It is wartime. Yeah? There is censorship. Well, obviously, they opened it. I was corresponding with the enemy. I mean, it sounds funny now, 2016. In wartime, this was a capital offense. So they literally, with every right, I mean, absolutely every right, if you do that sort of thing, maybe a child, it can use this as a secret messages. So I was arrested, taken to Edinburgh. In the High Court in Edinburgh, I became from a friendly enemy alien due to religious persecution, I became a dangerous enemy alien category A within half an hour. I was taken by 2 detectives to a train in Waverley. At I was locked in a compartment. At Queen Street, 2 detectives collected me, took me home to Queen's Drive, 1 hour to pack whatever you needed, a case, and then they took me away. Well, where the hell are they going to take me? Scotland being a civilized country, they took me to the police station. The sergeant said, "Can I take the lad? He's under 17, no allowed in a cell." So there you are. I was sent to a remand home. I just tell you that because it's, you know, there are funny things in these things. I was sent to a remand home in St. Vincent Street, a remand home. Young boys who had committed whatever crime were there the night before they went to court. So I'm 16 by this time. These kids, I came in. The manager of this remand home, he was very nice, but I mean, the poor man was naive. He said to me, "Now look here, if you want to smoke, come to my office." Well, I know you don't do that. I mean, you just don't do that. He was trying to be kind. These children said to me, "What did you do? You didn't do nothing, you didn't steal it, you didn't break somebody's window." So I was the bottom of the pile. From there, I was sent to Maryhill Barracks. For 3 weeks, I was in Maryhill Barracks with a crew of German sailors, not Navy sailors, commercial sailors. Eventually, we ended up in Donaldson School in Edinburgh, and we went to York, and we went to other camps. Eventually, ended up in the Isle of Man. In Edinburgh, at the Donaldson camp, I was there with these German sailors. The commandant of the camp, I mean, there were only 40 of us. Donaldson School, when you used to drive into Edinburgh, there's deaf and dumb school. The commandant said to me, "Is there anybody here who can cook?" Well, I had the temerity to say, "Yes, I can." I mean, yes, I could. Yeah? I was cheeky, but nevertheless, it saved me. Well, can you prepare a meal for 270 people? I mean, not a problem. It was huge kitchens here. And believe it or not, I had German sailors as my kitchen crew. And one called me Alberto Joe, and somebody else knocked him out, and then a British corporal came in the thing, and it went all right. What happened all of a sudden? Internment. Why did the internment take place? I mean, we were here. We were allowed in this country. We want to fight Hitler. We wanted a second front. We were under the people. We should not be interned. Why were we interned? Because 1940, not 1900, well, yes, you know what I'm talking about. This is now 2016. Nothing has changed. The tabloid press, the Express, the Mail, foreigners, send them home. Who the hell needs them? It was the papers were so against us, foreign of German nationality, that Winston Churchill in cabinet, he banged the table. He said, "Collar the lot." And most German Jewish men from Austria, Czechoslovakia, were interned. Eventually, there were quite a few thousand of us. Eventually, I ended up with these people. They came to Edinburgh. I met my father-in-law there. We went to many camps. I ended up in the Isle of Man. For me, it was a high-powered affair. All these people are interned. In one camp, I was in Peel, but in Douglas, in one camp of 200 people, there were 59 professors of anything you want, from philosophy to medicine. I mean, it was a high-powered affair for a kid to see all this going on. We weren't ill-treated, we were well looked after, we were sort of self-governing, and we could have lectures on anything, and people were bored, of course. These men, they played chess with their back to the table, given 10 seconds to call out the next square. So it was really, for me, it was an education. I'm very lucky to have survived this. I was released, eventually I was released after 10 months. During the 10 months there, I was at various tribunals who questioned me, and I was what I call denazified. And at the end, the commandant said to me, Henry, I cannot keep you a day longer. You're under the age of internment, which was 18. So here we go. I was sent back to Glasgow. After being 10 months in a camp amongst your own people, let's face it, yeah? All of a sudden, you're given a rail warrant. On you go. Get a boat, go to Liverpool, get a train, I mean, the journey home was quite, after being 10 months in a coup, was really quite frightening. The interesting thing of this thing is I got a new roommate some months while I was there. He was a German soldier. I said, well, what are you doing here? Well, I worked for the British Aluminium Company in Fort William. He was a metallurgist, he gave lectures, and his German was perfect, his English was perfect. And when he tried to pump me, tried to get me drunk, tried to pump me for information, which I did not have, yeah. So when we found out later, we suspected that he was a bit of a spy, he wanted to check me out. Well, only 8, 9, 10 years, let's say 10 years ago, I said to myself, did they really suspect me as a spy on the Isle of Man? I wrote to my MP, he said, write to the National Archives. I wrote to the National Archives, certainly we have stuff on you which cannot be released for another 10 years. They said, but that cannot be deemed. Come on, let's have it. True enough, here we go. Both parents live in Germany, and he corresponded with them through Belgium. He got a leaving certificate at a school in Perth, which makes him of average, above normal intelligence. Now, that word, above normal, is ridiculous after 3 months at school. That got me to jail because, you know, if he's above average, maybe he could use his letters. Anyway, here we go. The Chief Constable of Perthshire recommends that the alien failed to satisfy the committee that he should be left at liberty and he should be interned. 10 months later, the alien all of a sudden becomes a boy. We see no reason why this boy should not be sent back to this friendly family of the Mrs. Harwich in Glasgow and put to some proper work to help the war effort, signed by MI5. So if you commit any offense, it's in the National Archives. So I've told you the story from how it was, yes? I mean, you're young, and it was horrible, but you have to survive it, and you have to be sharp, and you just have to do it. And eventually, after all this, how did I correspond with my parents, or how did Ingrid correspond? Well, no, her parents were here. You go to the Red Cross, you get a form, you put in 25 words. Dear mother, hope you're well, I'm fine. The same in the back. It took 9 months. So once a year you heard whether your parents or siblings were alive.